Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. There's a lot going down right now, but you have to make that extra piece at about the 47th census. Are you prepared? Today's meeting will cover a wide range of issues, so please come prepared to discuss them. First things first, we can agree that XRP successfully broke the triangle again. How optimistic are you about XRP? The price action, right fellas? What, are we about to detonate and vanish forever? Is this the time when everything finally happens? I mean, I have to keep an eye on the Fed meeting in June, right, guys? Given that it is this factor that ultimately decides the direction of all asset prices. But maybe we take a step forward, guys. Maybe even forevermore. There were no petrol stations in my area. Now, you folks in the XRP community need to know that white interesting from Kings Bay is called Truffle Ideal Strappy. First things first, we'll discuss Mr. Pool's relationship to the aforementioned dates and events. When exactly is this national celebration of a grin called? It appears to be May 31st. Many individuals find it difficult to even consider smiling because of all the suffering and agony in the world, yet that's precisely when they should make an effort to do so. A little act of kindness, such as giving someone a sincere compliment, can make their day and even their attitude. For this reason, we hope that you'll join us on May 31st for National Smile Day. As you can see, Mr. Pool's profile image is a cheerful face, albeit an inverted one, every year. Once more, then, let's focus intently. If Elon Musk's predictions about a June paradigm shift come true, will we be able to smile then? Males ages 6 to 9. The calendar page turns to June. When the clock reads 6:9, please take a look. When have we seen that before, and where else? This, Mr. Pool? Right? 6 and 9 on September, guys. Once more, June is a period of 6 months, correct? All the indicators lead to the right, therefore the question is, will everything really flip in June, folks, again? Everything seems to be coming to a head in June. We've been hanging around for quite some time. The ancient yo-yo shows us that everything will eventually burst. Aim toward the moon and the stars. In the month of June CKJ, I will send my final tweet. Chinese parody Korea Japan. Interesting. Another topic of recent conversation, what the heck happened in June? Absolutely, without a doubt. Why? Because if we consider the outside world, this is what we see. On June 5th, if Yellen is correct, the ACS will have no more funds. As of June 5th, I'm curious if the United States will have hit $33 trillion. Exactly why 33 was chosen. God is correct, everything happens according to his plan. Right? Everything kicks off when there is a dead implosion. Right? When asked about the new X date, you mentioned June 5th. Not always was guys X. Right? Since X denotes the XRP locations, of course. Literally. By June 9, 2018, 6 equal chemic, the Treasury will be out of money again. The prediction predicts that. Right. Numerous associations with a single day. To repeat, June 9th. What the? There are 6 days in June. And now it's the 9th of the month? 9 males? Huh? Exactly what Goldman said. Still, there is no need to worry, gentlemen. This is insane because normally everything works out nicely. As you can see, the Treasury's general account dropped by $11 billion yesterday, bringing the total down to $38 billion. Right. Treasury, General Fund of the Treasury. Therefore, I can't speak for you. But these are obviously portents of what's to come for America, right? They are provoking a banking emergency on purpose. That way, with just the major financial institutions remaining, a CBDC might be implemented. Can't even make it until June 5th, for that matter. Why? Because the Treasury receives money on a daily basis. The sum totals $80 billion. On June 1st, there are $80 billion in net outflows. Right, fellas? It's looking like June is the month of elimination. Now. Unless they take swift action, of course. Before the actual eclipse in 2014-85, however, they will likely lift the debt ceiling and save the day. Now, while all this is taking place, look right here. The fact that just in Russia has started transporting nuclear weapons to Belarus has caused quite a bit of attention, right? We're back to discussing it again. The movers of nuclear bombs, then. Couldn't we do that with nuclear weapons instead? Again? Men, you know it isn't stopping you. It shows no signs of slowing down. The pace will go up. All of these occurrences herald the inevitable end of the system. Right? So, what else is there to say? Where else in human history can nuclear weapons be literally relocated? Who knows who might walk in at that point and say something, right? Trump has just given out a negative signal through tweet. Why? Because, you know, Donald J. Trump wants to make space travel in the United States great again. This is too unbelievable to be true. He has a deep desire to restore America's glory. And since Mr. Poole foresaw this, we'll be discussing Donald Trump and his role in all this today. Yet again. Mr. Poole is aware that Donald Trump reactivated his Twitter account the day following one of his tweets. And then Donald Trump's Twitter accounts suddenly appeared to be active again the very next day. Are we right? That's why we know Mr. Poole deserves our full attention. Right. And I gave you the reason behind it, too. Since explosive President Trump plans to resume using Twitter. How daring of a forecast, perhaps tomorrow, but certainly yesterday, Trump returned to Twitter, or at least his account was revived. Why? For the simple reason that Mr. Poole tweeted this ages ago. That makes sense in the context of Donald Trump. How else would you explain the significance of all these happenings to you guys? That's a really big deal. And Benny Johnson are the direct result of Donald Trump's long-awaited return to Twitter. Trump's return to Twitter would provide him the opportunity to interact more directly with his base and his detractors. This is insane, you guys. Right? Huh. Absolutely stunning. Once again, this was a link leading to the 99 code. Correct, and as Sonos also noted, Trump has an exclusive agreement with Truth Social that lasts until at least 2025. Actually, if I had to guess, I'd say the 13th of June. Right. Okay, guys, we're back to June. In June, there are how many events? I have no idea. Right? It appears that we are now receiving confirmation from every angle. Right. Donald Trump is returning to Twitter, so get ready. This topic has been discussed by everyone. Wow. Beautiful. Now, the question is whether or not Donald Trump will actually return to Twitter in the 2023 presidential election. Why? Thanks once again, from Bob. Guys. If this video was popular, I warned you that tomorrow's will be more crazier. I'm grateful as well since it's going to be a huge help. Mathematical skepticism, prompted by Babbitt's statement. Okay. Look at this. This is totally out of control. A Joe Biden unveils a brand new monetary system. True or B24? It was proposed by President Trump, a Republican. Exactly. In which case? Is it possible? Right. That's why I said they're going to cause a debt default or the debt limit to collapse. During JBS's presidency, the debt bubble occurred. And the right side always wins in the Republic. It prevents a wasted day. Probably. U.S. President-elect Donald Trump. Can you explain why he chose MAGA as his slogan? Right? In my opinion, it will go up. The under-Biden people will give you the boom you seek, though. Right? If you made it up here, you should know that this level of fraud calls for equally novel solutions. Trump is now 23 years old. Even in my final dream, which occurred in 2017, I only saw halfway to 2023, from BKV, Kennedy Vincent. Since then, I've had additional dreams, but it still won't let me become older than 23. There is still a lot that needs to take place. Right. This is where he discusses such a theory extensively. Envision yourself entering the voting booth in the year 24. Even if you believe the election will be fair in New Jersey, I doubt it. The age of 23 is the final day of this account. In that case, we can rule out the year 24 as a possibility. Really easy to understand. Elections, as Mr. Poole so eloquently put it. Right? Consequently, if it isn't a recent 24 in 2025, with the implementation of the new financial system, Trump will return to the scene, just as we predicted. Right. But if DeSantis was meant to be for good morning, then that is correct. For this, Biden was sentenced to prison. Donald Trump, when looking for the truth. Between 3 elections, clarity is required. Wow. He's clearly making a big push into the 2023 scene, right? Once again, Donald Trump has verified our suspicions. Excuse me, hold on, please tell me what Donald Trump has to say about this by Memorial Day. Our nation will recover and flourish. When we're done, our country will have never seen anything like it. This is, what? 25, who else has something to add to this? Right? Let's use our heads here, no. Guys, come on. This is not anything we have made up. Do I have this right? That gulls 5. He said 24, but why? What he could have said to him instead of 24, moreover, he asked that question of 25, please, do it. Will you please answer yes or no? Will you please answer yes or no? You can count on me, boys. To me, this is really insane. This is occurring simultaneously today. Right? May 27th. It may be Mr. Paul's name, but adding 7 plus 2 equals 9/11 plus 3/11, and building demolition is all about planning ahead. Then, Mr. Paul is correct in his prediction of impending doom. Trump is now relevant again. This is, what? There is currently a lot of whispering in the hallways. Most senior U.S. officials will spend the Memorial Day weekend away from the public eye in continuity of government retreats with their families. What the heck is going on, y'all? The latest anyone is supposed to arrive at their destination for some kind of clinical application is May 27th. That's interesting, wouldn't you say? So, it appears that something is about to take place. Possibly. Right? Concerned voices have been heard. Yes, unquestionably so. That's gonna sound really corny to the boys, but her BA is where it all starts, right? As he walked up the GPS GTR, his Gucci wallet burst, and XRP began to move. You agree with my XRP trade selection, right? The events are happening faster than ever before, and XRP hasn't moved yet. How long can we live without it? There really wasn't any other option, but it was absolutely mind-blowing. It's all over today. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.